And thank you so much for your time and welcome to the show. I mean, this is quite concerning. It seems that not only has this problem been, present and been there, but it seems to be getting worse even during this pandemic.
Yes, and thank you for the invitation. What we saw in the 2020 stats, I think, is a significant increase, not only in impersonation, but our total fraud incidents went up by 62%. And the number of people who became victims of identity theft rose by 54%. And then, as you mentioned, our impersonations, that's a staggering 337%. And I think if we take our minds back to just middle of COVID lockdown, there was significant increases in the number of scams that we saw. And we warned the public at the time, but there was this, emails that would go, just click on this link and get your COVID grant, click on this link and get your payment holiday. And those were not from a bank and not from the government. They were definitely fraudsters sitting behind that link and gathering information. I think gather that problem together with two significant data breaches that we had, the fraudsters are sitting on a wealth of information. Yeah. And data is the new oil. So we can definitely see that happening where people's data is used to open accounts and or taking over accounts.
So what can we attribute this increase in fraud to?
Yeah, I think it's definitely the data mining together with the breaches that happen, and also that we are sitting at home. The staff are working from home without necessarily the typical securities that we would have at the offices, and that make them vulnerable for data breaches.
That's quite a concern, and I mean, people cannot afford, especially during a pandemic, to see some mysterious and suspicious purchases being done, that they did not consent to, amongst other things. So how do we then protect ourselves as South Africans?
Yeah, we as a non-profit organization have got a product that we call protective registration, and it's a free product to consumers where you add a layer of protection to your identity. And we would suggest people take their smartphones, go to our website, which is SAFPS for South African Fraud Prevention Service, safps.org.za. Go into, there's a tab that says protect your identity and have your ID ready. We will ask you to take a selfie. We'll ask you to take a photo of your identity document. We will verify this information with Home Affairs to make sure that you are the person who you say you are. And then we will issue you with a letter with a protective registration number. The effect of that letter is that if you or the fraudster then apply for credit, we will notify the credit provider or the bank that you ask for an additional layer of protection, and then the bank will stop the credit process.
Right.
And do more verification. So they could ask you to provide another document to verify your identity, etc., etc.
Very helpful information there. Thank you so much. That was Manny van Skalkwyk from the Southern African Fraud Prevention Services.